Today, we're diving into some huge developments in the defense sector, specifically how Palantir technology is continuing to make waves with major government contracts. But there's also a new player in the game that has the potential to shake things up a bit: Canada's surprising defense move. Stick around, because we're going to break it all down and see why we might be looking at a $970 Palantir stock price in the near future. Buckle up. First things first, let's talk about the massive government contracts Palantir has been securing. If you've been keeping up with Palantir, you know that the company has always been tightly linked to the government, especially in defense. Palantir's software is the backbone for intelligence gathering, surveillance, and even military strategy. Their ability to process and analyze massive amounts of data is what makes them so valuable to agencies like the U.S. Army and the Department of Defense. One of their most significant wins recently came with the U.S. Army, where Palantir secured a $400.7 million contract extension for their Army Vantage platform. This platform allows the Army to analyze and act on data in real time, and with the extension, the deal could potentially be worth as much as $618.9 million. That's a pretty big chunk of change, especially when you consider how much data the military needs to handle. Imagine trying to analyze the weather, terrain, enemy movements, and even social media chatter, all at once. It's a logistical nightmare, unless you're Palantir. But wait, there's more. Palantir didn't stop with the Army. They also secured a $480 million contract with the U.S. Army's Maven Smart Systems, which helps the military harness AI for tasks like identifying objects and people in real time. The beauty of this contract is that Palantir is providing cutting-edge technology to enhance defense systems while reducing human error and making decision-making faster and more accurate. The military can literally leverage these AI systems to predict and react to threats as they unfold. Pretty cool, right? Now, you might be wondering, why should we care about this? Well, these defense contracts show us that Palantir is not just some Silicon Valley startup anymore. It's a powerhouse in the defense sector, and it's playing a crucial role in modern warfare. This is only the beginning, and as global defense needs continue to grow, Palantir could become even more indispensable. We could see their stock price surge to new heights as they secure more government contracts. Maybe even $970 per share. Hang tight. Canada's unexpected $6.5 billion defense deal, bye-bye, US. Now, this is where things get interesting. Canada, traditionally a close ally to the United States, has gone off and made a rather bold defense move. On March 18, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney announced a $6.5 billion deal to acquire Australia's Jindalee over-the-horizon radar system. That's a pretty hefty price tag for a radar system, but it's a strategic move to beef up Canada's defense capabilities, especially in the Arctic region. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you've commented, let's continue. But wait. A bad stock will not do anything except ruin your portfolio. That's why in Super Wealth Builders, you will learn the specific investing principle for long-term investors who want to make millions. Now, dollar cost averaging principle of investing is easy. But the harder part is finding great companies to invest in, which is why you need to join us in Super Wealth Builders team. Find the link in description if you are interested in building long-lasting wealth even for your children's children. Thank you. You might be thinking, wait, what? That's right, Canada has bypassed the United States in favor of a deal with Australia. Now, you may recall that the US had been in talks with Canada for months about acquiring this very radar system. But here's the twist. Canada has decided to go it alone and strike a deal with Australia, which has left some people scratching their heads. So why did this happen? Well, for one thing, the Arctic has become a hotbed of military interest. With repeated threats from figures like Donald Trump concerning Canada's sovereignty, it's no surprise that Canada wants to secure its position in the region. The Jindalee radar system is crucial for detecting and tracking objects in the vast expanse of the Arctic, something the US would have loved to have, but Canada beat them to it. You could say it was a classic, Canada sneaks in and grabs the prize, move. But why is this such a big deal? The Arctic region is becoming increasingly important as both the US and Russia vie for dominance in the area, and the technology provided by the Jindalee radar is top-notch. It will allow Canada to monitor airspace and maritime movements, giving them the ability to respond quickly to any potential threats. This is a huge win for Canada, but it also sends a message to the US: Canada is serious about its sovereignty. What does this mean for the US defense sector? Now, you may be asking, okay, Canada made a big play, but what does that mean for the US? Well, this development could prompt the US to put more emphasis on its defense capabilities, particularly in the Arctic. Some people are speculating that this could lead to an increase in defense spending rather than the cuts we've seen in the past. The US has always had a massive defense budget, but with countries like Canada making independent moves, there might be more pressure to boost the budget further. Palantir could be right at the center of this shift. If the US starts pouring more money into defense, they'll need the kind of software Palantir provides to make sense of all that data. After all, the US military is already relying on Palantir to process and analyze intelligence in real time. With an uptick in defense spending, the demand for Palantir's services could skyrocket. And let's not forget about their experience working with the US Army, which gives them a unique position to dominate the defense sector. So, how does all of this connect to Palantir's future stock price? Well, let's connect the dots. Palantir is already securing multi-million-dollar contracts with the US Army, and now, with the shifting defense landscape, thanks to moves like Canada's $6.5 billion deal, Palantir could become the go-to company for AI-powered defense solutions. The US might start pouring more resources into defense, and Palantir could be there to provide the technology that keeps everything running smoothly. Imagine a scenario where the US government ramps up its military spending to counter increasing threats in the Arctic and beyond. In this scenario, Palantir could be the go-to provider of intelligence gathering and decision-making software. With their track record of success, they might be in line to secure even more contracts with government agencies and military organizations. Now, let's talk stock price. As Palantir continues to lock down these huge defense contracts, the company's value will grow. The combination of the company's technology, the growing importance of defense, and the increased US defense budget could all contribute to a potential $970 stock price in the near future. Yes, I know, it sounds ambitious. But when you look at Palantir's rapid growth, its role in AI and defense, and its expansion into other sectors, it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. And hey, if Palantir really does become the go-to company for defense solutions, we could be talking about a stock price that goes through the roof. Now, let's take this up a notch with a little imagination. Picture this: it's the dead of winter, the snow is falling hard, and the winds are howling across the Arctic. There's an international summit happening nearby, and tensions are high. The US military is on high alert, tracking every movement in the region. But there's a problem: the radar systems in place aren't cutting it. Enter Palantir. They've just deployed their next-gen AI-powered software, which is seamlessly integrating data from multiple sources, satellites, drones, and even underwater sensors. They've got eyes everywhere, and the military commanders are getting real-time updates on every object within miles of the summit. Any potential threats are flagged immediately, and decisions are made within seconds. With Palantir's technology at the helm, the US military can stay 2 steps ahead. No need for bulky systems or outdated methods. Everything is streamlined, efficient, and AI-driven. In this scenario, Palantir is the invisible hand guiding the operation, ensuring that everything runs smoothly. It's like having a superpower on your team. It's our privilege that God, the creator of heaven and earth, will bless us abundantly, make us the head and not the tail if we love Him and obey His commandments. Please acknowledge him in your plans and he will direct your paths. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. Want more information? Please check the description section. Also again, if you are interested in learning how to find great companies and build lasting wealth, consider becoming a member. Link in the description section. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. There are 3 more important steps to build wealth. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you highly motivate me to continue bringing to you educative and transformative videos every week. Do not miss out on our future videos full of knowledge and wisdom. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support is appreciated so much. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Thank you. See you in the next video by God's grace. We love you, and blessings to you.